Yo, yo, what's up, you guys? Happy Wednesday. Don't mind me as I'm gathering my materials here behind the scenes and getting ready for tonight's show. And happy Halloween to everybody, man. It's one of my favorite holidays ever. I love Halloween, so happy Halloween to everybody. And tonight, you guys, I got a couple things. We'll do sports and we'll do TCG. We'll do I got some Pokemon stuff lined up, and then we'll open up some Gremlins cards and see if there's anything fun in there. And like, you guys, thanks for joining, man. I know if you guys are baseball fans, that Yankees-Dodgers game's off the freaking charts, all right? So like, you guys got to keep me posted through tonight's show if there's anything that happens. And tonight, you guys, we're not doing a ton of like heavy lifting tonight, if you will, because it's all going to be stuff that I find a little bit easier to do or fun to do, but like small stuff, big results. That's what I was trying to do tonight, all right? So yeah, Denver, I saw 5 for 5. What's up, everybody? Hey, good, Denver. I'm happy to hear that worked for you, man. That fifth inning was crazy, but like last night, you guys, like watching that, what was it, the eighth inning when the Yankees went off last night? I'm like sitting here in my house, and I'm a Detroit fan, right? Like I don't have a team in the mix, but I just love great baseball, right? And we're experiencing great baseball. It's been I would have been bummed to see just a 4, and I know LA fans would say I'd love to see a sweep. But that I like seeing some great baseball, and we're seeing it right now. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. So, a couple things I want to show you tonight, and I think let's do a basketball card first, you guys, if that's cool with you. So what we're gonna do is I want to show you a couple things that I found. I love 86 Fleer cards, and usually they have some like wax stains and stuff on the back. We're gonna do that, but I also got a couple things here that I just want to try with maybe a little bit on the corner work here. Corners are kind of hard. One of these cards has like a corner I thought I could fix, but I'm going to show you like a better look at it. So if that's cool with you guys, we'll do that. All right. So we'll save the Gremlins. We'll save those for later. I didn't really have too many like scary cards or like Halloween-ish cards. And I thought of like, I thought of like crazy killers like OJ and Aaron Hernandez, but I just feel like disrespectful almost like showing those fools, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do some monsters over here, some monsters over here, and then respectfully, Isaiah and Magic were both monsters on the court, so there's my Halloween theme tie-in. All right, hey, thanks Mark for watching the album restoration, you guys. I appreciate that. If you guys like, what Mark's actually talking about was I got asked a lot. I actually got a picture here if you guys want to see it. I can even do better. I got the actual album here, but I get asked a lot if I can do anything besides cards, like from a restoration perspective. And I typically will say, what? And one of the ones I got asked about often was albums. Okay, so like check this out, you guys. I know it's not a card, but I know so many card lovers and sports lovers love music. So this is an album, and it's 52 years old. It's Seals and Crofts, and like, so that was a before and an after. So that was just like it was real stained. And guess what did it? Good old card spray over and over. And then I had that. That was like, how records, if you guys are record collectors, the pressure will push on the back, but when they're stacked, so I got that cleaned up. So that, you guys, this whole video is posted. So if you guys do want to watch a vinyl record get cleaned up, I videoed it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching it, you guys. I appreciate it. So let me show you something. So Mark, that thing I was using, you guys, I'm talking about right now is an album restoration I did. This one right here. I was able to get a lot of this dirt and grody stuff off the front by using an art tool called a kneading eraser. It's almost like silly putty, but you can roll it on paper. It's made for shading, you guys. So if anybody likes to draw with like charcoal and stuff like that, you use a kneading eraser to create depth. Like you see how like his cheek is light, but then it gets the darker, goes over there. You could use an eraser to do that. But anyways, I use it to get all the crap off the front because I never restored an album before, and it was like super soft paper, so I didn't know what to do. So I just figured let's try to get stuff off of it first. So that's what it was. But when it comes to these, you guys, it's a little bit more, this is something that I've collected over and over and over, and being a Detroit Pistons lover, I love Isaiah Thomas. And something that you guys wanted to point out tonight, because, these cards often need to get cleaned up, but I want to show you something. I'm used to showing you guys stuff that's doable, but I want to show you stuff that you want to take a look at. So like first impression when you see this corner, I think to myself, all right, if I put some maybe card spray on there, we could like maybe, it looks pinched down, maybe we could bring it back to life. So that's what I thought, right? But I always want to encourage you guys to take a closer look, because like even when like we're looking close here, it looks like it might be a good option. So let me just show you something. We're going to go up to the good old microscope here. And I want to show you something that I see. And let me get a good view for you. Sorry guys, I gotta adjust my lights. All right, so here's what I want to show you. It's still pretty darn white on white. But what I'm trying to show you here is that there is, okay, if you can tell right there, I can't fix it, you guys. The dang paper's missing. So it's just one of those things where I'd say taking a closer look helps. If you guys can see that we got paint all the way here, and then the paint totally cracked off right there. So just a small thing to point out though, but if you guys are looking at stuff under a microscope, or you're looking at the corner of a card and you're like, hey, I think I'm going to put some like card spray on this, or fix it, or, try to get it back in shape. There's a good angle. Unfortunately, guys, when you see something like that, it's missing. I have a lot of, fellow collectors send me pictures. There we go. That's the best I got. The negative spectrum might show it a little bit, Michelle, but not a whole lot, because it's white. It's still white. You know what I mean? So like you might see it a little bit better. But the point is, you guys, when you see that, because I often have people show me corners and say, hey, if I could just fix this corner, I could get a 10 or something like that. If you like to get your card graded. But just, here's my advice. Don't touch it, So, you guys, I tell you what, I can always look at cards and tell you like if it's usually fixable or not. But, I apologize in advance. I have no idea how to tell you what card graders think. You know what I mean? I can tell you it's inconsistent. I've graded lots of cards in my day. And, I think you guys, if you've been hanging around with me for a while, you'll see that, we've cracked cards before and that were 7s and sent them in and got a 10 without even doing anything to them. So grading can be pretty up and down, you know what I mean? So one thing I want to show you guys though too, like it's not so bad on this card. But let's just change gears here, all right? Yeah, Mark, it is super inconsistent. I have some wax on the back of this card, you guys, like right in here. It's just not super duper noticeable, so I'll just save you guys I'll just save it for, just it's not it's not as good as this one is what I want to say. But like, I tell you, I think probably 86 Fleer, of course, it deserves to be such a popular, awesome, coveted set. But I still get questions like every day about stuff like this. Like you see that thing on the front, like I see a circle. It's like obviously doesn't need to be there on the Magic side. Use a good light like this, my friends, like because you'll find this stuff, like right there. And then I'll tell you this, guys, over and over, I will find these cards online marked. You can, if you guys like to buy graded cards, you can look for these that are graded, and they'll always have like a, I think it's an ST, like a stain, and then usually look at the back. So this one, though, there's a couple other things I wanted to try. So we'll get the wax off, you guys, but something that I find challenging, very challenging with these, is corner issues. So let's look at this one under the microscope, if you guys don't mind. I try not to prep too much for these shows because I like to just show you guys my process. I did look at the Isaiah Thomas because I wasn't going to use it for my show. I was just going to clean it up and put it in my, just save it, which I'm going to do. But I just wanted to show you guys something permanent. Now that one, it looks like it's still there. It just looks like it got punched in the nose. So if you're wondering, guys, like what the heck am I talking about? Here's what I'm seeing. I see a line right there that's going to be very difficult to fix, if even possible. But I can tell you this. The paint is there for the most part. So I'm going to try to get that to like cooperate a little bit. They're just, these cards are, it's magical to watch all the wax come off. It's fantastic. But 86 Fleer stickers, which, I mean, I love them. I'll give you, like, you know, I'm never at a loss for them. You know what I mean? I'm always looking for them. I like them a lot. But it's hard to find them in perfect shape, so I just try to aim for the best I can. So let's do this. So what I want to do, guys, is let's get this all this wax buildup off, if that's cool with you guys first. And then we will do, I'm going to try to touch up that corner if I can a little bit. So let me get prepared here, you guys. And by the way, thank you so much, everybody, for joining tonight. Like I said, I know there's a heck of a baseball game going on, so thanks. And I'm going to stay right on track tonight. And you guys, what we're going to do for this waxy substance that, you know, these were always on the back of the packs. So if you see these guys out at, like, on for sale, or you have a bunch of these in your collection, it's an easy cleanup. And there's a couple tips I'm going to give you along the way. Starting with, always open up your card polish and do a couple laps around it like this. It'll just keep it nice and smooth, and you'll be able to use it all the way to the bottom. Hey guys, thanks for joining, man. And if you guys have never joined before, my name's Kurt, and you can catch me here on Wednesday nights and throughout the week. You know, I don't really have a schedule. I just post cool stuff. I'm always working on cards. I'm always buying cards, and I'm always working on my collection. And I usually like to buy cards that need some love or some help. I'm a person that always likes to do hands-on projects, so I, as much as I like having a gym mint card, honestly, I like the ones that need a little bit of love, because it gives me as a collector, I'm a toucher, you know what I mean? So I enjoy having little projects like Card Care to work on. So if you guys dig that, you're at the right place. And for all my OGs and my longtime friends and supporters on here, guys, couldn't do it without you. Thanks for being a part of the family. So I want to show you guys something. Couple things. Always wipe in one direction, okay? One direction. You don't, because it's so easy to come back. Sometimes, you guys, I forget to say the most basic stuff. So I love doing these lives where I can just do it in front of you and think about all the little things I'd like to share. You know what I mean? Let's see. So I want to show you guys something. So you see all you see the wax still all in, like, the word Lakers and stuff like that, right? But, like, look at the spot. I almost tried to say part and spot. Check that out. That's number one. I want you to see it's gone. Number two, I want you to see that it gets a little wet when you do that. That's why, if you're looking at it going, does it look a little off colored? Yeah, it does, because it got a little wet. Here's the key, though. This is not going to stick in there. You guys, that all evaporates. So it's going to be gone in a second, okay? So we'll come back, and I want to show you, because, like I said, this is one of the most collected sticker sets ever. And I will have guys hit me up every couple days and say, hey, Kurt, how do you get this off? And then number two is, hey, I got it off, like, on one of your videos, but how the heck, now it's a little yellow. Did I do anything wrong? And I say, hey, let it sit out for 30 minutes. It'll all evaporate, and then it turns bright white. So, and that's the same deal, you guys, for Pokemon cards. And maybe we can get one of the backs of these a little bit wet tonight, because that is a common question that I'll get. And most of these cards have, like, a pretty decent, like, polyurethane or lacquer finish on the back. But, you know, I mean, a little bit of moisture creeps in, but it won't hurt it at all. But look at this. So let's look at the light from back there. Let's see if we missed any. Pretty satisfying, right? So it looks great. So the wax is off, but there was a couple little things on the front. Gary, what's up, man? It's good to have you in here tonight, Gary. Good to see you, buddy. So now check this out. I didn't use the card spray on this one, you guys, and you might think to yourself, like, are you supposed to use that first? No, not really. Only if it's dirty. And since chances are, you guys, these spots right here, like the spot between Magic's knees right there, I bet you it's like a waxy residue from the pack. So the card polish is really good at getting that. Good question. I have a question that says, how much pressure, well, mentally, the third row, how much pressure do you use with the microfiber when you wipe? I would say probably less than a pound of pressure, very light, just kind of quick and repeat. You know, so that's kind of like what I, you know, I'd say just keep it light. I never really get heavy handed. You know what I mean? I got a question here. It says, Kurt, what are your thoughts on restorers integrating heat, a heating pen, things like that? I think that if you're comfortable with it and you're good at it, it's probably, I don't think I'd have to learn a little bit more, but I've seen a couple Pokemon videos where you were using a heat pen, and I have like a comic book press, like a heat press, and I have tried even drying cards, flattening cards with heat. I feel like, for me at least, I don't get the same results. I don't get as good results, because if it worked great for me, I'd use it. There ain't nothing wrong with, heat. I use even sunshine for sometimes on the back of a plastic card, to, like, if you have a dent on the back of a plastic card, sometimes 20 minutes in the windowsill will soften up a plastic card and take a little dent out of it. So I'm down with anything that's cool to work on the card, but heat is real permanent, you guys. I tell you that. Here's one thing I can say. From a finish like Pokemon, I would have to learn more, but I see how heat is lifting up the dent. I don't think it's lifting up a dent. I think it's smashing it down and making it potentially look like not as noticeable. And sometimes that's as good as you can get. But I don't see, so if I had a crease in here and I'm using heat on it, whenever I have a crease, if you look at it from the side profile, you either got a ridge or you got a valley. So a ridge, you're going to be able to gently push down. A valley, man, you got to get it up. So when a card is bent and it has like lightning creases in it, you got to lift it up. You know what I mean? So I'm always open to cool ways to do things. I just don't know enough. But from my experience, you guys, using I used to, even when I was younger, I had an iron, and I would iron comic books. So when I was in high school, and I guess that turned into the way to, take care of comics to a degree. But, I'd buy them at yard sales and I'd iron around the corners. And I would put parchment paper over it and iron it and stuff like that. And then I tried doing it with cards, and it never gave me the same results. Like, if you get a card too hot, it would do too much humidity, it'd flip on you and stuff like that. But I like the question. I appreciate you asking. You know what I mean? But I've just always been better with this kind of stuff. But I'm always open to learning new things. That's for sure. So I'm down for trying some new things. But let's see if we got this out of here. So we were looking between Magic's knees there. Good. I might have a little dimple from where that little spot was. Yeah, isn't that funny? Look at that. We got the little wax spot off, but now there's a little dimple. Well, I guess I'll take that. That's smaller. And that's cool. So now, you guys, one more thing, if you don't mind, because I don't have a lot of success when I work on these corners like this. I just don't. So I just want to try. If you guys, I don't expect everybody to remember everything I work on, but it was, I had a Michael Jordan. Well, I have a lot of Michael Jordan, but it was a Michael Jordan 86 sticker, and I had a dent in the bottom. And I took the approach of just barely touching the outside of the edges, and it released, and it got a lot better. I'm just going to try it. You know what I mean? So let me get my little setup here, you guys. I'll zoom out a little bit. So for this one, I just want to use I want to get a fresh detail Q-tip, or if you guys use a tortillon, like the little pointy pencil, I'll give you a couple options here. So either a tortillon or a detail pencil is good. Our detail swab is good for this. And here's the concept that I want to do. Now, if it works on this card, great. If it doesn't work on this card, still use this teaching you guys. I'm going to show you, because on a lot of paper cards, or even almost any card, if you can add the right amount of moisture, like just a baby touch of it from card spray, like a baby touch right there on that side, and then like a baby touch right there, it will crawl into there, and in a perfect world, we'll lift that up. So that's what I want to try. So I'll zoom in with you, but I just want to show you every step, because I sincerely appreciate you guys joining the live. I know it's easy to watch my recorded videos, and I appreciate you doing that. And if you're watching this recorded, thank you. But I want to give you guys every little thing I know how to do. So what I want to do, is it okay, you guys, if I do it from this far out with the view? Because it's hard for me to look through the viewfinder. I'm going to do it just like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch. Like I'm almost like painting the edge. Just look at a little paintbrush. There. There. A little bit on top ain't going to hurt. Okay, there we go. Jay, what's up, man? Is this one of the ones you like, Jay? I appreciate you watching tonight, my friend. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is let me show you what, if you're like going, all right, well, did it work? What happened? Let's take a look. Well, it didn't work all the way, but I can see, can you see how it's a little bit puffy now, you guys? That puffiness is good. That means it took it in a little bit. That's what I wanted to see. So now what you want to do is let it sit. And I just want to do a little card tool action. You got, oh, sorry guys, that's a terrible angle. That's one of the things about being live. All right, card tool. I'm going flat. So say the corner is right here. I'm just holding it perpendicular, which means up and down. And I'm just going to move towards the edge, okay? Perpendicular, meaning up and down, and we're just going to go right towards that corner. I'm actually, guys, using the inside of the tube. Can you see that positioning? It's key to be able to see through the tube. So I'm looking right through it right now and just using that outside edge to gently just say, please stop being crinkled up. Unpack yourself and go back to a sharp corner. Because nerdy basketball card collectors like me love sharp corners. That's how I usually talk to cards. It usually works too, so try it. Make sure, you know, you talk to your plants, right? Talk to your dogs. Gotta talk to your cards. Okay, so let's see how I did. And this is something that will probably take a few swings, you guys, but I think I can make it a little bit better. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to give up. I tell you that. Remember how crappy that looked when we started? I still got that damn ridge behind it, but it's not like all... It's not... I think it's a little bit better. I'm going to try it again. And then I'm going to stop, and we're going to jump on a Pokemon, and I'm not going to say I'm just done. I'm not giving up. But you don't want to pack in like an insane amount of moisture in this corner and give it a weird texture. Just be very light. That's another common thing, you guys. I hope that I can motivate you to work on your cards and get you excited to do it and get you all the tools. But I don't want to get you too excited where you just jump into stuff and make mistakes. You know, so trust me, you guys. Buy cheap stuff, all right? Buy cheap stuff. And work on it, and then you can work on all of them. Because if you just learn how to take off the polish like on the back of a Magic card, you can do it to a Michael Jordan, no problem. You know what I mean? But sometimes just doing it a couple times gives you a little bit more confidence, I think. Oh, let me show you this move too, you guys. Also, I'll use the corner tool, of course, to do what I was doing. But man, these are awesome too. So like, I almost look at these as like just that. I just do tight little circles on stuff like this because I can picture a little bit of moisture in there. And if I can just evenly distribute it, it's all going to go to the right places and just bring this corner back. That's all I want to do for now. And we're going to look at it later, okay? See how it's a little bit yellow from taking in a little bit moisture? You guys see that? Oh, this is a good thing to point out too. You know how the card polish takes away all the excess wax and stuff, right? No problem. You see how it's getting whiter? You can still see a tinge of yellow in there. It's drying. You guys, that red right there is the same red that we got in there, and it's just in there. It won't wipe away. But now let's look. I'm going to watch the light. We're going to watch the light hit that corner. Pretty damn good from where we started. And have the, what do you call it? The discipline. Have the discipline say, stop. I'm stopping now. We're going to let this sit. Because clearly the card spray is working to make it look better, but let's not overdo it. So we're going to put Magic Johnson down. Is that cool, you guys? I hope that one helps. Like, I bet you as long as I'm lucky to live, people are going to be collecting 86 Fleer cards. And if you see me work on stickers before and say, oh yeah, I already know that trick. I already know that care technique. Trust me, guys, I do too. But sometimes it's just a good refresher because you could be walking past a bunch of these that are half price because somebody doesn't know how to remove the wax on the back, and you get to A, get a card for half price, and B, get to go home and do a fun project and be like, hey, check it out, dude. Look what I did, you know? So, and thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Let's do, you guys want to do, is it cool to do this one? Here's a couple things I want to show you on this one. I got a little bit of these kicked up corners, which you Pokemon collectors know all about these, but look at the paint is still pretty much on there. So look at, I got that kicked up corner. We're going to probably have to do all the corners. Yeah, the bottom ones are worse. And then I just feel like the card, can you see the cloudiness in it? Just doesn't look good. Just dirty. That's why I tell you guys, it makes you, it's kind of like a blessing and a curse when you get good at card care, because you'll like, you know, a lot of times you could just look at this and be like, oh yeah, it looks great, you know, and then somebody that's like a card snob, you know, kind of like us, will be like, no, dude, this card's filthy. It looks terrible. You gotta show it some love. So we'll do that, but I want to fix the corners first, okay? And this should be an easy fix. Pokemon friends, you can't fix that. You know, that's a chipped border. So unfortunately, I don't have a way to make the blue grow back, but I can help you work on those corners, edges, and we'll give this one a front nice cleanup. All right? Yeah, man, kabooms are like my jam. I love kabooms. I'm getting a new one on Friday, man. It should be in the mail. I just won one. I collect Tom Brady kabooms of the gold persuasion, and I just picked up another one, so it's coming in on Friday, so I'll show you guys. But yeah, you can polish kabooms, you can use card spray on kabooms, you can work on edges, corners. Pretty sturdy card to work on. But if you have any specifics, Roja, just tell me, just send me a message later and I'll help you out. I got him on, but also that gives me a good time to give you guys a shout out to go check out some resources. If you guys don't, please follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once you get to YouTube, I got everything there labeled under playlists. So I have a playlist called Surface Cleaning, and it has all kinds of good, like I have a couple kabooms on there and stuff like that, so you can watch them. Oh, man. Yeah, dude. Jay, do the same thing I'm doing right now. I got all the Star Wars vintage cards. You guys, the things are like, okay, so like all the card care we're doing here on the Magic Johnson card, you guys can do the same thing on Star Wars stickers, Garbage Pail Kids, all that good stuff, you guys. This card right here is built exactly like a Garbage Pail Kid. Vinyl sticker on the front, paper on the back. And same deal with Star Wars cards, like 77, 78, 79 Star Wars, all good. You can work on all of those. So let's just keep this one simple, you guys. Here's another thing. Sometimes I put pressure on myself to, like, you know, just do a good job for you guys and just, you know, make it worth your time for watching this stuff and doing it and, you know, like working on cards. And that sometimes I swear to God, I'm trying to like outdo myself, when I realize that most of us would really just probably like some beneficial, easy, you know, practical tips. So sometimes I get a little bit carried away. So I hope tonight you guys just kind of kicking it old school and just doing some card care kit stuff is cool with you. So what we're going to do here is, you see how this corner was kicked up, right? I am going to just use the card tool, and I'm going to come completely off the edge. I am going to use a little bit of pressure. If you guys can see the tube, watch this. So I'm going to push, and you're going to see it depress a little bit. That's it. And I do kind of have, like, I guess, a little bit of I kind of go it and then roll a little bit. You just kind of develop this technique because you're watching it. You're putting it where it needs to go. Because when you do that, like, watch this corner now, you guys. See, look at, no more kick. See that nice flat corner? That's a good angle. I like that. How kick-ass is that, right? And then, because Pokemon collectors, man, it's like these cards come in great shape. But damn, it's just these little devil in the details on some of these cards. Like that one's kicked up a little bit. I'm using that wand light on that corner. And I know that it's always cool. I mean, especially if you like to grade cards, if you're going to go through the whole process of getting a card graded, like, don't tell me you don't want to get the highest score possible. You know what I mean? And if it's little things like working on your corner like that to get it looking good. Like, let's look at it in the light real quick. See how it's not kicking up anymore? Isn't that cool? Just use the card tool. Oh, here's one that's got a lot of action here. Let's watch it again. Hold on, let me get you a better view. Just annoying little things, like that. But let me just do this one, and then I want to clean the front of the card. Oh, bad angle. I'm sorry, guys. I think that light's so bright. I just want you guys to see how I'm doing it. So I'm coming in on this, and then I'm kind of getting a little bit more on it, and I'm going right through and off of it. So it's like a waterfall. I'm not just stopping when I get up to that edge. I'm going all the way through it and down. Or that corner. I'm going all the way through it and down. And then you don't have that kicked up corner. And then I'll use my light to check my work to make sure that I'm not missing anything. So that corner looks good now. So does that one. If you guys follow me, we're looking at corners to make sure that none of them are kicked up. That one's good. That one's good. So I use the plate for a variety of little things. It's like I just like having access rather than holding a card and doing that. You know what I mean? 5-6 Yankees, bottom 6. Thanks, Denver. Man, you guys, it's a hell of a game going on. I'm going to keep cruising. I'm going to do a couple more, and then we'll get back to some World Series baseball. I am thoroughly enjoying it. Now, you guys, this card to me is it looks like it's like, I don't know, it's just hazy and dirty. So let's just do a combination. I want to do card spray and card polish on this one, okay? Because if it's got a little bit of a dirt to it, I just want to get it off and not scratch the surface. I really like this. And I picked this up for my son, and I told him I'd do it on the show for him. Okay, card spray. I'm just going to spray this. Okay, little dampness on there. I'm going to put my fingers on the card sleeve so I do not scratch it, or, you just want to get in the practice of where to put your non-cleaning hand at the moment if you enjoy holding the card. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but keep your fingernails short. You will mess up cards with fingernails. You'll be going at a card trying to clean it, and you'll mess it up with your fingernails sometimes more than the damage you're going for. So I know it sounds weird, but trust me on it. You guys got any dads or moms on here tonight? You guys taking your kids out? Yeah, you can wear a glove, Mark, for sure, man. I tried wearing gloves. It's just a little uncomfortable for me, so you can totally do it. Drew, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. So tomorrow, I guess, the Halloween, man, I'm excited for it. I have 3 kids, and they're starting to get... Here, let me show you guys where I'll give you a progress report. It didn't really do much. Do you see all that fog in there and shit and stuff? Sorry. I'm hoping it wasn't like baked in the sun or something. It looks like everything looks good. It looks good for sale on the internet picture. But card polish, you guys, if you haven't used this my card polish on a Pokemon card before, especially with the holographic, it can make them look awesome. It'll bring them right back to pack fresh a lot of times. Now, if you got a big old scratch or something on the card, it's not going to magically wipe it away, but little light play, dirty stuff, it'll look awesome. Because we have another one of these, because when you have twin boys, you got to have like 2 of every card, or it's like a shit show. So I have another one of these, and it was considerably cleaner than this one. Pat, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. You joined at a time where we're cleaning up one of our Halloween monsters. This one's a dragon named Charizard. Hey, I was impressed with the name Charizard. I looked it up. Did you guys know that Charizard is half charcoal and half lizard? And that's what Charizard is. Oh, man, what a cool thing to go to Fenway and take your kids there. That's cool as hell. I live in Metro Detroit, you guys, but pretty country. We'll roll into town, and the parents, like, there's a few restaurants. We'll sit and probably have coffee or hang out, and then all the kids will run around. Card polish did it. Check that out. That was what I was trying to get. That looks good as hell. I can't even really show you the card anymore. It's so shiny. But that was my goal. That looks really good. All right, I like that. My son will like that. That turned out great. And I don't see anything else to clean. The back looks good. Front looks good. Hold on, there's a little spot, one more spot. If you don't mind, bear with me, you guys. And we're going to do one more Pokemon card. And then if you guys want to stick around, I got a 84 pack of Gremlins. I think it's 84. We're going to open this up. This is the most monstery thing I got tonight. Well, no, it's not the most monstery, but it's like, you know, monstery. 84. Yep, 84. I was just a little one in 84, man. I was a little kid. I wasn't even collecting yet. And what I'm doing right here, you guys, is the reason I came back to do this was I just thought I saw like a little bit of it just looked like a little hazy in that area still. I just want to make sure I got a good clean. Yeah, I did. It was hazy. I got it. I got a little looks like a little hole in the card. Print error or something, because that is not going away. All right, just like me to focus on the shit, right? But look, I can't get that to go away, but the card looks good. The corners look good. Cool. All right. So Charizard. Hey, good, man. I got a comment here. So just got your kit. Thank you for that. Just getting started at 50 years old. 50 years young, brother. I just got my letter in the mail. I got to go renew my license soon. I'm going to be 43 years old next. So 43 years young, man. But never. I'll tell you what, you guys. Like, if you're a person watching this and you're like, you know, I like cards, but I've never like got my old ones out and like wiped them down or cleaned them up or did any of this stuff. I'll warn you, man. It's addictive. It's fun, and it's like, I don't know. I'm sure that most people treat cards as a hobby, so we all got to deal with a lot of stuff, you know, during, you know, getting through a day at a time. So it's fun when you can come home and like work on your collection and not only like look at stuff that reminds you of good times and stuff like that, but also make them look better. You know what I mean? So I thoroughly welcome you to the family, and you're gonna have a good time doing it. So check this one out, you guys. You know, like here's my other little monster for the night. I have a 96 Gengar, and this one has I've been buying these, but I tell you what, as you can see, they come in a variety of conditions. These were out of a I believe, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, vending machine card, right? And I just enjoy them a lot, and I like looking at them a lot. But like this one here, guys, has some edge issues. If you can see it there, it's kind of yellowy, so I want to see if I can get that yellow to go away. Got a stain there. I know there's a lot going on here, but like, let's just get busy on it and try. And then the front, man, I don't know if I made a good buy on this one. I don't think it was too expensive, but it's, you know, when you buy it on the internet, it looks like that. And it's like, oh, it looks wonderful. So let's do this. I want to see if I can get any of at least lighten up any of the staining and maybe get that like little edge kind of back in shape. So when I see something like that, first thing I think of is card spray. You know, I want to see if I can get like a little bit of the staining out, which would be sweet. And the way you do something like that, you guys, is just kind of test the waters at first. Just like tap at it a little bit. If it's something easy, it'll come out real quick. If it doesn't come out real quick, you just kind of want to stand back a little bit or take a better look at it. You see how I'm already getting it to go away? That little thing right there? It must not be too severe, which is good. Check it out. That was cool. 1 for 1. I can maybe see a faint little remnant of it, but I'll come back to it. Well, hey, that's cool. All right. First little spot. Now, what I want to do, you guys, is see this. I don't like that edge part right there. Just a little bit too much. So what I want to do is I want to kind of roll away from it because I can see it's kind of punched in that way. So let's just put a little bit of moisture on there. Put that on there. Get the old card tool out. And just it's like walking the tightrope, man. You just balance it right on that edge. The card tool just balance right on there. You just kind of dance up and down with it, just barely touching it. I'm literally touching it this hard, you guys. So like, if you look at it and you think that like, oh, I must really shove it in there and give it the business. No. Just gentle. It's almost like you're just like, almost like when you see me like applying a little bit of stuff like that. That's as hard as I'm going for. Not cool? So no big hump there on the edge anymore. And I think the whole card could use that. So I'm going to go around it and tidy up that whole edge. But that little spot got out of there and we got that main bump down. Let me just try a little bit more. If that's fine, and then we'll move on, you guys. Oh yeah, so I was asking Halloween. You guys got any good Halloween costumes? Kids got any good Halloween costumes? My brother had a Halloween party this past weekend, and we got to dress up a little bit. I'll if you didn't see our post, I'll show you my Halloween costume. You gotta wait for it if you didn't see it yet. It's funny. You'll laugh. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Hey, Robert. What's going on? You guys, hey, Robert's here. Cardsmith is here. So, Robert, if you guys need a silk tray or anything, hit up Robert while he's here. He'll take your order. Cool. That will, this one, you guys will turn out well. I'll do a before and after, but I really want to get to this. Okay, so let's get to the front of this thing, and we'll see. I want to start with card spray. I still got some on there. Just want to see if we can get this to look any better. It's definitely got a tinge to it. So that means some stuff came off. And before we do card polish, you guys, I just want to kind of give it a little kind of just check here with the finishing fiber. Yeah, this one's beat up, dude. But that's like kind of my style, so I feel like some of this stuff is residue. That is not scratched into the card. That's some sort of residue. All right, let's see what we can do. I think this one's going to be a little hit, but I think we can do a pretty good job with it at least. I'll still clean it up and like send it off to get graded or whatever. I'm fine with that. I don't care if a card gets a 6. If there's nothing else I can do to it, it's a 6. And it comes back that, whatever. Fine with me. But I just don't like leaving opportunities or things that could be improved not done. You know what I mean? We did pumpkins tonight too, you guys. So if anybody's out there doing pumpkins with the fam tonight, all my kids did pumpkins tonight, and Brandy, the lovely lady that is my better half, she made the pumpkin seeds in the oven tonight and put seasoning on them and like totally paid attention to them, and they were freaking delicious. I was eating them by like the freaking handful of watching that baseball game that if it's not over yet, we're gonna go watch it here in a minute. But yeah, I never really cared for pumpkin seeds until my wife made them, and damn, she's good at making all things to eat. I'm the type of guy that, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but like I could freaking eat granola bars for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm like, as long as I'm full, I'm full. I could give a shit. But then like when I take the time to sit down and eat something good, I'm like, actually that was really good. And to all you, if you're a good cook out there yourself, or if you're married to one, or you're lucky to be around one, man, it does make a difference when somebody feeds you well. So that's my pumpkin seed story for the night. This thing is looking better. Ooh, Michelle, that sounds good. Cinnamon sugar pumpkin seeds? That does sound good, man. Yeah, see, Jimbo knows granola bars are life. You know what? Isn't that so damn true, though? Like, I swear, pizza, yeah. I swear to God, like, I could, if I'm hungry, and I work in this room, you guys, in my studio here where I'm at, like, I'm in here pretty much every day. It's my fort, and it's like, if you open up my trash can, you'll see a bunch of these things. You'll see a bunch of cracked slabs and a bunch of granola bars. I'm a simple person. Give me access to my collectibles. Give me some granola, and Give me the internet. I like to listen to music too. I didn't have any music going tonight. Usually I like to listen to cheesy, kind of like elevator-y music while I do this. I don't know, it just helps. Man, this Gengar is a pain in the ass. You know what kind I like? I'll tell you, Jim, the kind I like. I think it's like RX. And it's like this blue, they make a strawberry, a blueberry. It's like RX, and it says contains 3 egg whites, 4 dates, 10 raisins, and like whatever. And it is delicious. It was, so like, I don't know if, I think it's like called, the company's like RX Nutrition or something like that. But dude, you guys, if you're freaking granola bar or person that loves like a handheld meal and you can eat it and just be good for a few hours, you got to get these. They're so good that I wanted to look up the company and call them and be like, are you guys looking for like investors? Because I like would market for you guys because it's so damn good. All right, let me show you the good. The good is got a pretty good shine to it. The bad is, dude, some of those, like, look at this. It's like there's a hole in it right there. I mean, it looks better, you guys, but like something rubbed into it right there. That annoys me. But you know what? A lot better than I thought. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to do one more. This is the part that's tripping me up. It's like his whole body is like scuffy, and I thought it looked like a residue. But yeah, I'm serious, Jim. Whatever the heck that company, they're freaking delicious. So yeah, you know, it's like my wife buys all this good food too. Like you could go up to my cupboard. Like growing up, man, I love my mother. My mother will be watching this. So Mom, you know I love you. And my mom never let us go to bed hungry, or we never were hungry. But we had pretty basic stuff, you know, like I probably ate 10,000 bologna sandwiches growing up. I probably had 20,000 bowls of cereal. And that was and then I probably had 100,000 pieces of pizza. And that was about it. So then, you know, like I go up into my fridge now, and it's like got all this cool stuff in there, but I don't even know how the hell to make it. So I just like look at it all, and I'm impressed with all this good shit we got. And then I just end up eating a granola bar. So go figure that out. And it's probably also because I'm always so freaking ADD where I just have to like get done with everything quick. I'm like, get done, just eat. Eating takes too long. Hurry up, eat. So I can go answer a million card care questions. Who knows? We're all special in our own way, right? All right, I'm gonna say putting a pin in the Gengar right here. So I wish that all those little scuffs would come up, but you know, it looks pretty good. I'm being really critical. It looks way better than when we started. I had all that crap up in that horn. That's gone. It just has a kind of a weird finish to it. You can see that kind of like lumpy finish. That's normal. All right. Got a couple of those. Now, you guys, if you hung around with me, let's do this. This right here. I want to do, a friend of mine has a big collection of old cards and packs and stuff like that, and I grabbed a couple packs off of them. And this was my most Halloween-y pack card I had tonight. And I know Gremlins remind me of Christmas, too, because it's obviously shot and, the movies around Christmas. And if you haven't watched Gremlins before, you guys, I know most people would see this and, maybe we flash back to our childhood if you're like 40 years old or older. But if not, this movie was hilarious. You know what I mean? It was super good. It was super clever. It was like, as a kid, it was kind of scary, but kind of funny. It was just like awesome. It made you think. I loved the story. So I never even had Gremlin cards, but I did a gum removal off a card that was stuck a few weeks ago. So all that said, let's open it up and take a look. Yeah, I want a gizmo, Springer. That's what I want. I want the gizmo. And yeah, don't eat after midnight. Wasn't that? Don't get them wet. All right, so let's take a look. And if you guys have never opened up a pack of cards from the 80s, even like these packs of these cards, I think are only like $10. So it's not expensive. But I tell you what, it's so worth it because it's just fun to open these things. You know, it's like now I was opening packs of some premium packs the other day, and it's just nothing like this. These are cool. So let's see if we got anything in here. And our hits, you guys, will be based on what needs card care. Ooh, that's serving the curve right there. So let's see if we got any, what would be considered a good one. All right. We'll do one of these before we hang up. I think we can do a card real quick. At least we can get it flat or something like that. So Gizmo. Oh, I already see one I like. Fury of Stripe. That one's cool. Okay, and you see how it's like all wonky? Let's just leave that one to the side. That I consider that one a hit. Let's see what else we got. All right. So, oh boy, look at this one. That one. This one could be a good. This one could be a good demo, so maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll save this one. If you guys have not watched my Gremlin demo, I had 2 packs. My other one was stuck like this too, and it had a terrible front, and I was able to fix it. So like, if you guys want to watch a video like this, it's on my Instagram and YouTube. I'll put this to the side, and maybe we can go 2 for 2. Maybe I can get that gum off there, but that will take too long for tonight. But let me just, we'll wrap up with something simple, okay? And while I'm doing that, you guys, let me just do something over here. I want to show you guys something too. During the week, I tend to work on some projects, and I don't expect everybody to catch every single thing I always do. And if you do, thank you. That's cool. I appreciate your interest. But I want to show you a couple things, you guys. So remember last week when we had the Mookie Betts? Oh, we did that. Last week was the 2024 Topps Chrome. So we ended up soaking a couple cards. So remember this one. We had that indent. Got that out. They had that on that side, and we were able to get those out. I get that one down to like that little bit. So soaking and that was the Shohei, and then got that out. I had this huge like tractor trailer kind of like track marks going all the way through it. Got that out. So the guys, this was last week's Wednesday Night Live. So if you like any of these pictures and you're like, I want to see how you did this, check it out. And then this week, you guys, I did this was the 68 Nolan Ryan rookie. It was real dirty. Got it pretty clean. Had a bunch of, residue on the front. Got that stuff off. So if that looks cool to you guys, I got that one. Then we did the album. And if you guys didn't see, I'm going to show you. Here is my wife and I's Halloween costume. It sums us up exactly, doesn't it? So that's the Halloween costume. So your lovely can of polish and bottle of spray. These are your 2 new sizes: life size spray and and polish for you guys. Trick or treat. So let's do you guys. If you want to hang out for one more second, I'm gonna show you one more thing. All right, and then we'll wrap it up. So last thing, you guys. So like we see Stripe. If you ever run into a card that is really wonky like this, so let me show you a technique. So I'm grabbing my little card mats over here, you guys. So here's how you do it. We're going to put and this, guys, is not just for Gremlin cards, of course. So if you have any card in your collection that's a paper card, it could be from the 20s, 30s, 40s, up into the probably like all the way through the 80s, because all cards were built very similar, right? So what you do is when you have a kind of like just like a wonky card like that, I'll put it down like this. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to use a little bit of my card spray, this right here, and I'm just going to do a couple sprays right here, just a little mist on my. That's it. Just a little mist like that. We'll put the card on it right there. See how, guys, it's like got this. It's not midnight yet, Robert. So we can unbend this Gremlins card. It's not midnight. So watch this. We'll put a little bit of card spray on the card itself, on the front. A little bit like that. And we'll just let it sit for a second, you guys. This card is the victim of getting wet at some point. So pretty much the only way to fix a card that's been wet is to get it a little wet again and reset it. And so what we'll do is put this right there on top. And that light amount of card spray that we put on there, that is going to be dry and probably, I'd say by morning. So there's no need to come in here and tend to this. We don't need to change the mats. We don't need to change anything, really. We're just going to leave the Gremlins card in there. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'll show you how it goes tomorrow, all right? So just whenever you have a wonky, curled card like that, it's even if you hold them flat, it seems like they hold the memory of that so much that even if you hold the card flat and then take it out, it goes back to that position real quick. You know what I mean? So hold them like this, give it 24 hours. You could even like forget about this and be like, I'm going to check it out in a couple days. It'll be flat and it'll be totally cool. So I'll show you that one. And then you guys, we did the couple Pokemons, 86 Fleer. I'll show you how we did with the corner on the Magic. I'll probably work on that a little bit more. And if you guys join tonight and you get to see the whole thing, it will be recorded. I'll put this on YouTube, of course, and it will be here on Instagram and Facebook. And we did it, man. We had a jam-packed show again tonight, and I appreciate you guys so much for being here. And if I missed anybody's question, please feel free to send me a message anytime. I always reply. But I sincerely, you guys, want to wish you guys, let me just look at my notes, because I always take my notes. Magic Johnson, check. Pokemon, check. Oh, let me remind you, if you haven't, go to kurtzcardcare.com and register for the October giveaway. We still got a giveaway. I'm giving away a kit, and I'll give it away on Friday. All right, so go register. There's no like catch or anything. I just like giving away a kit every month because I always thought it was fun to win something from a company. So that's my why. So that's it. And then pack of Gremlins. We opened it. We did it. All right. So appreciate you guys. Happy Halloween. I'm gonna go watch the rest of the World Series if it's still on, and hopefully I will go check that up. All right. Hey. Oh yeah. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. You know what? I will put some hats up. I appreciate you saying that, Brad. I will put a hat up on the website. Friends of mine, Brad, if you're watching, Brad owns a company called Blue Star Textiles, and they're based in Texas. And Brad hit me up and designed this hat for me and said, hey, Kurt, you need to order some hats. And I said, damn right, I need to order some hats. So Brad hooked me up with these, all right? So I appreciate it. Okay, happy Halloween. And thank you guys for joining my broadcast tonight. I will have more cool stuff coming your way. And visit my website if you need any more advice, need to place an order, or have any further questions. And finally, did I miss anything? No, I think that's it for tonight. I appreciate you guys joining the live. Happy Halloween. Take care of yourself and somebody else. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care. I'll see you guys later.